Page 15, okay? So sometimes sometimes probability is just as simple as you got a bunch of marbles, what's the probability of getting a white one? Things like that. It's very simple. No need to do big counting. No need to do perms and coms, right? However, you're going to start seeing things that we did in chapter 4, the counting, and we're going to transfer that into probability. Remember, just a recall, okay? Probability is simply a number over total. But I'd like to call that total universal, our universal set. We're going to start talking about universal set again. So if you recognize that this is a perms or a coms situation, determine if order matters. If yes, use perms or fundamental counting principle. If no, use combinations. When do we know for sure we're going to use combinations? When do we know for sure? Give me an example of that's a combinations example. Teams, committees, hands of cards, combination, right? So now the question will not just ask you how many ways can you make a team of exactly 2 defenders. It will ask you what's the probability of having a team with exactly 2 defenders. You know what I mean? It's going to take it up a notch. Determine so the next step is, once you've determined this part, determine the total possible arrangements given no restrictions. The total possible arrangements with no restrictions. Okay? This is your sample space, this is your universal. Step 3, determine the total desired or favorable outcomes. I'm going to switch a color here. We're going to figure out the total desired or favorable outcomes based on conditions or restrictions given. That is NA. And then your final task is to just stack the numbers. Put the NA at the top, put the NU at the bottom. And this is brand new for you guys. Make sure that the NU is the largest number, please. Okay? I should not be seeing a 5 over 3 or something like that, right? Like over 5,000 over 3,000. I shouldn't be seeing that. Okay. So let's practice that. I'm going to try to keep it on my screen. Okay? There are 4 band students and 6 dance students. Sorry, band and dance students. I'm picking on you all the time. A teacher would like to select a team of 4 to represent Sisler at a convention. You're thinking team, what are you thinking? That's definitely a combinations situation, if you ask me. And now you need to be very careful. Please, on the exam, please always ask. Is it just asking the number of teams, or is it asking for a probability? If it's asking for probability, we need to make sure we figure out NA, and we're going to have to figure out NU. And then stack them. Okay? So here it is. NA for me is teams with 3 dance students. So let's do that. If we want exactly 3 dance students, how are we going to do that? We're going to, from the 6 dance students, we're going to choose exactly 3. And what else do we still need? We need a team of how many? A team of 4. So that means that from the 4 band students, we're going to have to choose 1 more. Do you remember this stuff, right? We just wrote the test on this. So I wish I could just go back and be like, hey, let's use the numbers we calculated and turn everything into a probability, okay? So what's 6 choose 3? I don't have the key in front of me right now, so I'm gonna cheat a little bit here. That's 20 times, what's 4 choose 1? That's just 4. So 80 teams. 80 teams that you can create that way. What is my universal here if no restrictions were put in place? Any brave volunteer, how would I do this one? No restrictions. I just want a team of 4. Say that again. 10 choose 4, why 10? Because I've got 10 in total, right? So I'm going to write that down. Total is 10. Thank you. Does that make sense? So 10 choose 4. I don't care what the mix is. I'm going to take all the 10 that I have and put them in teams of 4. So I'm going to go 10 choose 4, 210. These are all possible. The nice thing is, not always, but a lot of the times, the province will be like, determine the number of teams that have exactly 3 dance students in them. Boom, that's A. Then they'll do, how many teams are there in total? 210, that's B. And then they may say, what's the probability of that happening? Okay. So now we're ready. Probability, therefore, is 80 over 210. I hope that you like if there's trailing zeros, you can cancel them one by one, right? 1 here, 1 there, that's 8 over 21. 8 divided by 21, that's 0.3810 actually, because it's 0.95, which is 38.10% chance of that happening. Please don't do all of this unless the question asks you to do it. Just leave it like that. Don't even simplify it. Because if you do make a mistake, you lose half a mark just like that. Like something goes wrong, you type it in wrong. So just leave it 80 over 210 like on the exam. Don't simplify, don't do anything like that. You won't lose marks for not simplifying. Okay? All right, let's keep going. So this is essentially, you're not going to take up this much space when you do it in the future. I'm sure of it. You're just going to go straight to town and just stack the numbers. You might even, on the side here, you might even just go, well, I know how this works. I'm going to go 6 choose 3 times 4 choose 1 over 10 choose 4. Absolutely. Like if you want to go straight to town and just set it up like that and come up with numbers, you're fine. You don't have to do this. I'm just breaking it down for you. Next, what is the probability? There it is again. It's not just the number of ways to do something, right? It's the probability of having at least one band student. I will do this. We already know what NU is, right? It's 10 choose 4. So let's not bother with that again. It's still the same question. 210 teams possible. That doesn't change. This changes. If you want at least one band student, what would you do? What's your gut telling you to do? I want to go home and have supper, right? That's what your gut. Yeah. Total. Sorry, I'm going to make sure. Slow down. Right? What's the rush? To get my NA, I'm going to go total minus no band students. Like, because if I do that, then I'm left with at least one or more. So I'm going to go 10 choose 4 minus, how do I do no band students? I'm going to go from the 4 band, I'm going to choose none. So that means that from the 6 dance students, I need to choose all 4. So I'm basically taking away the group that would have all 4 dance students in them. Okay, taking that away. 10 choose 4 is 210. We already know that. This is 1 times 6 choose 4 is 15. So that's 210 minus 15. That is 195. At least one. Okay? One or more band student. But you're not done yet, are you? Until you stack them, you're not done. So you can go 195 over 210. If you box that in, now you're done. Now you're going to get full marks. You tell me what the final answer is, you're good to go. Okay. Maybe I will just highlight the universal. Boom. I'll highlight the specific favorable outcome that I'm after. What are the odds of having at least one band student in the team? What are odds? Odds, please make sure you understand that it's colon, right? And if it says at least one band student, then you want at least on this side, okay? And on the other side, you don't, at least not. Well, let's redo this. This doesn't work. Let's just use letters. My bad. This would be the event. This would be being against the event. That's what I wanted to do there. It gets too messy if we actually write out, okay? So in this case, 195 is the event. And on the other side, this is what I see a lot. You're so close, but you actually lose the full mark because you don't understand that the total is not supposed to be part of your odds. You're supposed to go at least one band student, no band student, right? So we're going to go minus 195. So it's 195 to 15. And do your check, right? What do these two add up to? Check. 195 plus 15 adds up to 210, right? That's like your little, like these two numbers should always add up to your universal. If you can't do that, you made a mistake. Okay. Can you simplify this one? Yeah. You know what? I'm just going to leave it. All right. We'll be fine. We'll be fine like that. 5 goes into it. Yeah, divide them both by 5 for sure. Okay, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to ask you to try. We're going to skip a few pages. I'm going to say page 21 for now. 21 to 22. Just so you know, can I have your attention for one moment here? Page 21 to 22. Those pages have the answer key printed in the booklet, so I'll show you here. If you go to 21 and 22, it looks like this. Keep flipping through those pages until you see an answer key. It looks like this. This is where the key starts on page 27. You've got the key there. Okay? so you can check whether or not you're on the right track.